Welcome back. 8:45, you're watching BT Vancouver. An announcement is expected this afternoon for all public schools across the province, and that starts in about 2 weeks. What also starts in about 2 weeks is University Frosh Week, student orientation, a week full of events and meeting new people, sometimes friends that can last a lifetime, is going to look very different this year. Gabriela Sonero joins us now from UBC. She's been heavily involved in the planning with Orientation Week. Good morning, Gabriela. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning, Mary. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. So how is this first week going to look different from previous years? Can you paint us a picture of what students can expect?
Of course. Just to give you a run through of our orientation program, so we call it Jumpstart, and it is a program that is academically focused to give students that jump start. So this year, of course, is going to be different due to the pandemic. So we are holding the first ever virtual orientation.
Okay, so the virtual orientation, what is that going to look like? Obviously, you're not piling hundreds and hundreds of students into one room, so what can they expect?
Of course, yeah. So similar to our usual traditional orientation, they're still going to be put in learning communities. So learning community is going to be made of fellow first-year students who are going to be in their faculty, so people they might be having class with, a senior leader, student leader they could ask questions for and ask for experience as a student in their faculty, as well as a professor from their faculty that they might be having class with. So they will be down to those groups, with also opportunities to connect people from other learning communities. So every day we will have synchronous activities that you can drop by for. No matter where you are in the world, we are holding Jumpstart in 4 different time zones. And you also have synchronous activities such as social programs where you can connect with other students or ask for advice. For example, learning more about clubs, reaching out to advising or faculty advising as well.
Okay, so all those activities will be happening that first week, and students can just ask questions about which activity they want to join. Can you be a little bit more specific about those activities that first week?
Of course. Specifically, there are some activities that they can drop by for as social activities. So whether they want a really active one, for example, one of it is called shared interest conversations. So having conversations with people who have shared interests, whether it's sports, music, or gaming, or something that is more drop by. So board games such as Codenames, communal puzzles, Sudoku, as well as virtual escape room, for example. So those are things that you can drop by for social programming.
Virtual escape room. Okay, sounds interesting. So these first-year students, they've been through a lot. We've all been through a lot, but they didn't have the traditional grad, they didn't have the traditional prom, and now the first year of university is going to be primarily online for most programs. So what's the general feeling that you're getting from these new students? I'm assuming that you've been talking to a lot of them.
Yeah, to be honest, I think we are really optimistic about how it's going to turn out. Of course, it's going to be a different experience, but we're trying our best and working hard to give the best possible virtual alternative that you can get in university. From what we are feeling, students are really excited to be able to get involved in orientation and to go back to school. Of course, it's going to be different, but when you're going to university, I think you really get excited about what the experience is going to be like. And we are going to be offering support also beyond orientation. So they have the option of joining Virtual Collegia, which is a virtual community with the same student leaders that could help them until the end of December, at least, as long as we stay online.
All right, so optimism is the general feeling. I guess we have to stay positive going into this final year for you of UBC. Gabriela, thank you so much for joining us this morning. It was great to have you.
Thank you so much for having me, Mary.
All right, almost 8:50.